Hello, everybody. I am Professor Parish, or Miss Parish, or Rachel, or however you want to call me. But anyway, my name is Professor Parish, and welcome to English 122. Woo! What I'm going to be doing throughout this semester is offering you several lecture videos since we are online, and you will probably not see me face to face unless you see me at the college or come to my office. So, in lieu of you not being able to see me face to face, I'm going to be creating lecture videos each week to guide us through this course. And this very first video is just going to be explaining the course itself. So how to navigate it, what type of assignments we're going to be doing, what's due for week 1, and just give you a basic overall generalized view of the course and what is to be expected. So I hope you're excited because English 122 is my favorite class to teach. I love teaching this course. We have a lot of fun with it. I try to make it as fun as possible because I know that most of you are probably not English majors. So this may very well be the last English class you ever take in your college career. And some of you are probably really excited about that, but I want us to end on a great note. So strap in. I will try to make this video not terribly long, but long enough that you get a good idea of what this class is about, how the class is structured, and just to give you a preview of what's to come. So, usually in my lecture videos, I will actually start out with this screen minimized, and I will look more like this. So if you look down here in the little bottom right corner of your screen, you will probably see me. I do have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to be posting these videos on YouTube, but if you scroll down on your homepage, you will also see this announcements section. I'm going to post the videos in the announcements, as well as in our resources and handouts. So, this current video that you're watching here will be listed right here under our About This Course part, and I'll also put it in announcements and on our resources. So, English 122, what's it about? Well, this is basically an extension of English 121 in a lot of ways, but it's also very different. So I'm going to go ahead and download our syllabus to show you, and it's right here. All right. So our syllabus, you can download it, save a copy of it, however you want, but the dates will change every year in terms of when dates of assignments are due, but my contact information is the same. My office is E132, my extension is 2245, my email's on here, and I have my office hours. Now, during the fall and spring, I do travel quite a bit to various schools and high schools as part of my job, so I'm not always in my office. So if you'd like to come see me face to face, I would recommend giving me a call or emailing me first to see if that I'm going to be available at that time. And if you have a question, you can always just email or call me. You don't have to physically come see me unless you want to. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I'm frequently on the internet and on my email, so I will probably see your question fairly soon after you send it. So this class is based online. We will have lecture videos like this. We will do discussion forums. We will have writings and readings and all of that fun stuff. As a continuation of English 121, we are continuing to use MLA format. We are continuing to analyze the way that we research various genres, in this case of literature. So if you took English 121 here at SIC, you would notice that in English 121, you do things like informative and persuasion and compare and contrast. Here we will take those styles of writing and apply them to examining genres or types of literature. So specifically, short story or prose, poetry, and drama. And then we kind of do a research project, which we will explain long down the road, that kind of encapsulates everything we talk about in this course. So in order to be here, you had to have had a C or higher in English 121. And as far as the course goes, the objectives are listed here. It's pretty much an extension of 121. We just kind of add a little bit more literature flavor into the mix. And I will tell you all right now, I am an English major. I'm a huge English nerd. So I geek out about this stuff a lot. So bear with me. But like I said, I'm going to try to make this as fun as possible. So our course objectives are here, and you can read through those. As far as the major topics of the course, we are going in order of short story, then poetry. We'll finish up poetry right around midterm, and then drama and the research paper. Now, I try to focus on drama the least for a number of different reasons that we will discuss when we get to it. The main reason is I want to give you more time to work on the final paper. So if you'll notice in our class schedule, we don't spend quite as much time on drama, just because I want to give you more time with that research paper. Because we do 4 papers in this class. The first 3 are over short story, poetry, and drama. Those are 3 to 5 pages each. Pretty standard for a college class. Our final paper is 8 to 10. So it's considerably longer, but if you look at our schedule here, you'll notice that you have about a month to work on that final paper. So it's spread out pretty well. This class, we actually have 18 weeks, which includes finals week. So we have weeks 1 through 8, 9, which is around midterm. And then we go through and we have our fall break around Thanksgiving, and then a few extra weeks before we do our finals week. And I actually am going to change this because our fall break doesn't actually fall until this weekend here. So I'm going to change that in our actual course. So if you see these 2 little dots, it means there's no discussion forum that week. So when we're on Thanksgiving break, we actually won't have a discussion forum. Your textbooks, there are 2 that you need. So on our, I'm going to minimize this just for a moment. On our course homepage, you will notice that we have 2 textbooks here. The Discovering Literature book is our main textbook. It is a thick, clunky textbook. It is an older textbook, but I really, really like it. We use it a lot in this class. So if you don't have that book by now, you need to be getting it ASAP. As soon as possible. The other textbook, this Kurtzner and Mandel's Cengage Handbook, you've probably used it in English 121. We review some of the readings from it, but it's mainly going to be there as a supplemental guide to help you with grammar, to help you with MLA formatting. It comes with an awesome insert so that will help you with MLA so much. It's worth the price of the book alone for that little tiny bookmark of an insert. If you have it from 121, just hang on to it because we will use it in this class, and then you can sell it back, pass it on to your friends, whatever, when this class is done. But I do recommend that you have both of these textbooks, and as you can note here, they are in our bookstore, or they're also the ISBN numbers on our bookstore page online. So, plagiarism policy. I feel like we drill plagiarism into your heads as instructors since you started high school, but my basic rule of thumb is write your own work and cite your sources. The main thing is that you need to give credit where credit is due, and you need to write your own work. Because believe it or not, your instructors will get used to your writing style over the course of a semester. And so I will notice if suddenly your writing completely changes in style and tone, I'll be like, this doesn't sound like so-and-so. And it is incredibly easy for instructors to check for plagiarism now. It's so easy. I can plug a paper into a database and it catches plagiarism like that. It's not worth it. If I do catch you plagiarizing a paper, then you will receive a 0 for the assignment, and depending on the seriousness of the plagiarism, it could result in a failing grade in the course. So just don't do it. Just write your own stuff. You'll be fine. It'll be great. But I do want to touch on that. Just don't plagiarize the assignments. And don't worry, the tests are pretty much formatted to where you're not going to be able to copy off your friend. So I try to make sure that that's not an option. So here's how the points determine the grade. There are a lot of points in this class. I do that because I want to give you the most chances as possible to make an A in the course. And also, this is a very balanced course. So it's not like one of those classes where 80% of your grade is a test and the other 20% are all these little fluff assignments. No, every assignment is important in this class. Your papers, you'll notice, your first 3 papers are 100 points. Your last one is 200 points. Because it's twice as long, it's worth twice the amount of points. Your exams are 200 points. There's 4 exams that we do throughout the semester that are 25 points each, and then your final is 100 points. Your online assignments, which are outlines, reading responses, various grammar checkups we do, those are all worth 300 points total. And then your discussion forum is worth 300 points total. So as you can see here, if, for example, you didn't do your discussion forum, you would automatically have a C in the class. So it's important that you do everything you can. And I space the assignments out in this class to where they are really manageable. I understand that this is not the only class you're taking probably. You're probably taking several. So we do space things out. And as long as you keep up with your assignments and turn them in on time and complete them, you're going to be fine. I always tell my students, you're either going to get 3 grades in this class, more than likely. You're going to get an A or a B if you do your assignments and you turn them in on time. Occasionally I get a C or a D, but it's very rare. It's usually an A, a B, or an E. And those are the students that just don't do the work and turn the assignments in on time. So in all honesty, that's how I stand with students. If you do the work and you complete it all and turn it in on time, you're going to be fine in this class. So as far as late work goes, I am very, very diligent. My big pet peeve as an instructor is making sure everything's turned in on time. That's my only major pet peeve as an instructor. You have a week to complete all of the assignments, and then you have up to a month to complete your papers. So because of all of this time that you're given, I do not accept late work at all. So everything, we'll talk about when assignments are due. There's really only 2 due dates each week for an assignment. If you miss that, my biggest recommendation is that you just move on, because sometimes students, they ask for extensions and then that extension snowballs into them not getting other work done that's due, and it just spirals out of control. So my rule of thumb is just do the work on time. If you miss an assignment, it's not the end of the world. As you can see, there's a lot of points in this class. So as long as you're diligent and you keep up with your assignments for the most part, you're going to be fine. But if you do miss an assignment, just keep moving forward. The big assignments to avoid missing are your papers. You definitely want to turn in those papers on time because they're worth so many points in one go. If you miss a discussion forum 1 week, I don't recommend it, but if it happens, it's not going to ruin your grade. Just don't make a habit of it. That's the big thing. Life happens. Now, obviously, if you're in the hospital and have a dire medical or family emergency, we can deal with that on a case-by-case basis. You can email me, communicate with me, we can work that out. But if you just forget to do it, it's going to be fine. I promise. So just make sure I do not accept late work. So you are responsible for completing your deadlines. Technology issues. My suggestion for students is to always have a plan B. First of all, I would recommend figure out a time schedule that works for you to turn in your assignments. I have some students that when Sunday opens up and the first week opens, they get everything done Sunday and Monday, and they're done for the week, and they peace out, and I don't hear from them again until the next week. That's fine. If that works for you, cool. If you need to work on an assignment over the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, that's fine too. However, don't wait until the last minute to turn assignments in. One, because if you have a technology issue, I'm not going to give you an extension. As you can see here, no work is accepted late. So if you get online at 11 o'clock on Sunday and you've got an hour to turn in all the assignments and your internet goes out, you're out of luck. Because I'm going to say you should have turned it in earlier in the week and not waited until the last minute. So procrastination will not be your friend in this class. I will tell you all up front. Just make a habit of not waiting until the last minute to turn stuff in. If your computer goes out or anything like that, you do need to tell me 24 hours ahead of time if there's a technology issue. If you wait until the day the assignment is due and something happens, you need a plan B. So you'll need to either go to a library or to a friend's house or to a family member's house or to the college, which on the weekends you can't come to the college. So I've been there. I've been an online student through my whole college career, and I've been to libraries. I've been to McDonald's at 9 o'clock at night with a computer. I've borrowed my friend's laptop before. I've done everything you could possibly think of in an online class. to get and make sure that assignment is turned in on time. I've even done discussion posts on my phone, so I know what that's like. But you just have to make sure that you're on top of it and that you're responsible as a student, okay? So if you have attendance policy questions, I don't take attendance in this class because it's online. So if you're logging on, I'm assuming that's attendance, that's participation. I do have a note that I will tell you all though, and that is that the way I do attendance is if you do not log on or complete any assignments for an entire week, I will contact you and let you know that this is your warning. If you skip 2 whole weeks of class without turning in an assignment, I will drop you. Just because at that point, it's showing that you're not invested in the class, that you're probably not going to complete assignments on time, and your grade will probably suffer for that. So just be conscious that if you don't turn assignments in for a week, I'm going to contact you and give you a notice. And if you still don't turn in assignments, then I am going to withdraw you from the class. We use this system called Starfish, so if I notice that you've had a low test score or you're not attending, I will use that to contact you and reach out and let you know that there's an issue and is there any way I can help you, anything like that. We do have an awesome English tutor on campus, Miss Lane. She is there throughout the semester, so you can actually go down to the Learning Commons to the library at the campus. And if you need to see a tutor, Miss Lane is a former English teacher. She's really thorough. She's really good with students. I would recommend using her if you're struggling with an assignment or a paper. But that's pretty much the class. The rest of this is just stuff on my end. And then there's a supplemental page at the end that has like our issues with accreditation, that we are accredited, our standard of conduct, how to get on Falcon Mail. If I email you, it's going to go to your Falcon Mail, and that is a link separate of my SIC. So if you get on our homepage, you'll see the Falcon Mail link at the top. You use the same password, same email that you do to get onto your online classes to get onto Falcon Mail. And I would check that probably once a week. Just check your Falcon Mail once or twice a week. Make sure nobody's emailed you anything important and go from there. And then our standards of conduct are listed here. I've never had an issue with standard of conduct in an online class like this. I always tell students, just be respectful, because we are coming from all walks of life. We have lots of various opinions about stories, about topics. Much like English 121, just be respectful and professional, because this is a college class, and you'll be all right. Okay, so that is our syllabus. And now I do want to briefly go over some things about the class and just the format of it. So everything you need to really know is right here on the side. Like I said, our announcements, I'll post each lecture video each week. My contact information is here. You can see me and my corgi Lucy hanging out here. I'm going to stay logged in. Course content. This is probably the most important page because this will tell you each week's assignments. So as you can see here, all of our weeks are listed. I'm going to change this fall break over to that, but the assignments will stay the same. For this first week of class, I'll do the drop-down menu here. Do this week. Read the syllabus, watch this video, which you have done. Read in your textbook, Chapter 1, which is the preview chapter. I have outlined sections of pages to look at that we'll talk about in next week's video. And then in the Concise Cengage Handbook, reading to write pages 3 through 9. So just check out these pages here. And then the 2 assignments that you have for this week are the discussion forum and the grammar sampler. So as you can see here, this is from my perspective. So right now, you cannot see this assignment, but you'll note that our grammar sampler is due by Sunday night, August 18th at 11:55 p.m. And depending on the semester you're watching this video, this date may vary. So just make sure to check this course content section to see about our due dates. And then the introductions. So if I go to the course sampler, I'll go ahead and pull that up, the grammar sampler. The grammar sampler is just a means of me checking grammar and making sure that we don't have any issues. Here, I'll show you. When you open this up, it'll look a little bit different, but Okay. So this is just for me to check and see where we're at in terms of grammar. So that way I can tell, you know, are we struggling with apostrophes? Do we have problems with subject-verb agreement? Because we don't do a lot of grammar in this class, I just want to be sure that everybody is doing well with grammar at this point and nobody's struggling with a particular item. So you can see you've got some questions where you pick the right answer. If you want, you can just select, like for example, if you want to select that, you can just highlight it. Tell me which answer you picked, and you'll be good. You'll see that there's some things about commas. And then finally, I just want to kind of review what you know from MLA to see where we're at as far as that goes, to see where we're at with MLA when we start this class. So excited to see that. But yeah, it's a pretty simple assignment. You can just save your assignment when you're done. And then there'll be an upload file where you can upload your assignment. Okay. So, and if you're having trouble uploading, you'll notice that down here in your courses, you will have under My Courses an online orientation feature, and it should show you how to upload files if you're having trouble with that. If you have trouble, you can always email me as well. So the other assignment is our discussion forum. And so I will go to this third link right here, which is discussion forum. And you'll notice that we have week 1. Week 1 are just some basic classes about questions about yourself. So what's your goal attending SIC? What are you pursuing here? Do you have questions about online courses? Have you done online courses before? What's your favorite part of literature and writing? Please pick something. I had one student one year that was like, I hate literature. And I'm like, you're going to have a lot of fun in this class. I guarantee it. So tell me your favorite part about literature. What are you hoping to improve on this course? What's your favorite genre of literature? Fiction, poetry, drama? Which is your least favorite and why? Just some basic questions about yourself. The main thing is all of our discussion posts, all of your posts answering the questions are always due Friday. Friday night, your posts are always due. You can turn them in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, anytime before Friday, but they're just due by Friday. And then by Sunday, 2 responses are due to 2 of your peers, at least. You can respond to more peers, but at least 2. So the due dates are right there. How I grade on your responses. Did you answer the questions? Did you respond to your peers? Did you not just say, that's great, but did you actually offer feedback and create a discussion and dialogue? And then were there any grammar mistakes or spelling errors? So, and you'll kind of see how I grade after the first week, what that looks like. But yeah, you just add a post here, answer the questions, and then go from there. I will say this, if this is your first online class, you cannot backspace in my SIC. If you backspace, it's like the worlds fall apart. My SIC can't handle it. So if you do need to go back, you will need to click on one of these links rather than the backspace. Also, if internet is kind of shoddy where you live, because I'm out in the middle of the country, I understand your plight. If internet is questionable, then I would open up a Word document or Google Docs and type out all your answers. That way they're saved. And then open up the post, copy and paste those answers in, and then submit it. That way it's not timing out or logging you off on accident. Like it did earlier, it asked if I wanted to stay logged in. That way that won't happen to you. And you can always, as always, ask me questions as well. So those are the 2 assignments for this week, the discussion forum and the grammar sampler. Our resources and handouts, you will notice that I have, there's 2 sections here. There is a presentation for this week, so our syllabus is posted here. I also have our short story presentation on chapters 1 through 4 and our MLA one. I will be going over that next week in our week 2 video, but I wanted to go ahead and post it so that you could look at it. You can also go ahead and look at our paper 1 guidelines. I'll talk about them next week, but they're there for you to look at. And you can kind of see an example paper and scroll through here and see various documents that we're going to look at. Now, as far as the videos go, I am going to post those in the announcements section, and they'll probably be there because there's not really a space for me to post here. So your videos will always be on the home page in the announcements section. And I'll show you again where that is. Right here. that's gonna be where they're at. And I also have a YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and subscribe to that if you want to just get notifications when I upload. But if you just check this part right here each week, you're gonna be fine. And then finally, your grade book. I try to keep grades updated as best as I can. Email, if you need to email me, you can click on here and you'll see all of our classmates, and then I will be in the darker gray box. And you can just click there, open up an email, and send it to me. Again, it will show up in your Falcon mail when I respond, so just be sure to check that. And then course information just talks about this class. But that's basically it. I know it's a lot to go over, so my best suggestion would be to explore this webpage for, like 10-15 minutes. Explore, look around, see where assignments are. I try to open up assignments a week in advance too, so if you want to work ahead, you are more than welcome to. I am always up for students wanting to work ahead. Just stay on top of things. But as always, you can email me questions, you can call me, you can stop by my office hours. I'm happy to see students, and I'm so excited for English 122 this fall. So ready for it, and I can't wait to see what all we come up with. Each semester is a whole new set of students. We have so much to talk about, and I can't wait to spend this fall with you all and enjoy the majesty of discovering literature. So, I will talk to you all next week for week 2. In the meantime, have fun exploring. Have a fun opening week of campus, a fall semester. Hopefully I'll see you out at the college. And if not, I'll talk to you again soon.